Hello students, let us start with our next chapter, that is water. Now we all know that water is very important for human life. Most of our body is made up of water. About 71% of Earth's surface is covered with water. Almost all the water on Earth is logged. That is, it is either present in seas, oceans, rivers, lakes, ice cap as groundwater and in atmosphere. Now, most of this is not potable. Potable means humans cannot have it because the water present in seas and oceans is salty. We can only drink fresh water, whereas the water present in ice caps is not available for our use. There are three forms of water: solid, liquid, and gas. Solid is ice, liquid is the water that we drink, and gas is the vapor which is present as moisture in the atmosphere. Now we need to understand for human life survival, it is essential that water is maintained in a proper proportion. So water cycle plays a very important role in this process. As we have learned that solid water is present in form of ice, the liquid form of water is present as water in oceans, lakes, rivers, and even underground as groundwater. Gaseous form is present as vapor. There is continuous recycling of all these forms required, and that is what we learn in water cycle. There are various aspects of water cycle. Let us understand all the processes which are involved in water cycle. First is precipitation. Precipitation is basically rain when water falls from cloud in form of rain. Now with this water which falls on the ground, it infiltrates in the soil, so that is called infiltration. When the sun comes out, this same water evaporates from the water body, that is from liquid to gas, as well as when the plants lose this water in form of vapor, that is called transpiration. Condensation is formation of cloud, that is gas to liquid. All these processes combine to make up the water cycle. Now this water which falls down in form of rain falls on the ground and it's collected inside the ground as groundwater. If we dig deeper and deeper below the earth, we will reach a level where all the space between the particles of the soil and gaps between rocks are filled with water. This upper limit is what is called as water table. The water table will vary from place to place and it may even change depending on the porosity of the soil and the amount of rain which has fallen. The water found below the water table is called groundwater. So this groundwater is collected because of the rain which is falling. So the rainwater and water from sources such as rivers, ponds seeps through the soil and fills up the empty spaces and cracks deep below the ground, and that is what forms a store of water. This process of seeping in is called infiltration. This groundwater is stored between layers of hard rock below the water table, and that is aquifer. So whenever we need water, we can dig deep and collect it using hand pumps. If we collect more water than we use, then water level is going to be higher. But if we use more water than what is collected, then the water table will get depleted. Now, as urbanization has increased, we have increasing population, industries. There's decrease of seepage area for seepage of rainwater because everything is almost made of concrete. Agricultural activities, deforestation, scanty rainfall, all these things will contribute to depletion of the water table. Increasing population is one of the leading causes for depletion of water. Because we create so many houses, shops, offices, roads, and pavements, the area for seepage of water is less. So the water table will be depleted. Now, as urbanization is increasing, the industries are also increasing, and almost whatever industry we look at, it requires high quantity of water for production processes. This water is generally drawn from the ground, so this also contributes to the depletion of water table. Agricultural activities also contribute to depletion of water table. A majority of farmers in India depend on rain for irrigating their crops. Irrigation systems like canals are there only in very few places. Mostly a lot of water is wasted in this process. Or there may be a lack of water because there is no groundwater available. Population pressure on agricultural forces increases due to the use of groundwater which is getting out day by day. So as a result, there is a lot of depletion of water table occurring. We need to understand that the water is not distributed equally all around India. Some places may have very good amount of rainfall while some places may have scanty rainfall leading to desert areas. Because water distribution is not same everywhere, there is also a difference in the amount of water which is available. Excessive rain would cause floods which would damage the crops and affects the life of the people, whereas if there is less rain or absence of rain over a long period of time, then it will cause droughts which again will have a lot of devastating effects. Now, because of this depletion of water, it is essential that we manage the water properly. Most of the water that we get as rainfall just flows away. This rainwater can be stored and used in a better manner. So, this is what is referred to as rainwater harvesting. This is basically a system where you collect the rainwater and then you use it properly in future. Many places in India have an old age practice of storing water and water recharge. They are called bowries. It is a traditional way of collecting water. In bowries, what people do is they dig a big ditch in the ground and the water is collected over time. Recently, the importance of bowries has increased because of the shortage of water. Another system which plays an important role is drip irrigation. In drip irrigation, water is supplied through pipes which have holes in them. So water here is wasted very less as it goes directly to the roots of the plant. We can also play an important role in saving water. We should make sure that we turn off the taps whenever water is not being used. Now let us summarize everything that we have learned in this chapter. Water is essential for all living beings. There is no life without it. Water exists in three forms: solid, liquid, and vapor. Water is maintained by water cycle, yet there is acute scarcity of water in many parts across the globe. There is an uneven distribution of water. Much of it has resulted from human activities. We need to be worried about wastage of water. We should use water economically. And the plants wilt and ultimately dry up if they are not watered for a few days. I hope you have understood this chapter properly. Thank you.